So, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to discover whether this clump is two types of moss. And the thing that drew my attention about this particular moss, I'm going to show you right now, is these little cups that you will see. So, you see what I'm talking about here? You see it? The little, like cups, just sort of here. And they have like a little red center. Let me see if I can magnify that a wee little bit with mermag. Oh, there we go. Look at that. See those guys? Now, are they the same thing? So in this clump, what I'm thinking is, or I'm trying to think is, are those guys, I think they might be male, according to my understanding. They may be what's called splash cups, which I think I mentioned in another video, but splash cups, so what they're for is they hold the sperm cells and they allow the rain to hit them. And when the rain hits them, they splash or splish, sometimes we hear in Ireland say in different parts. But sorry, anyway, the splash then hits them and collects the sperm cells, and then they fire over onto some other female plant up to 2 meters away. So I'm just trying to work out whether, see, in this clump there's that type of moss there, right? Which I'm not sure the magnifying glass is making a big bit of difference there. Is it? Is that bigger than that? Yeah, I think it is. So anyway, is it part of this plant? Or is it part of some, like this little plant down in here? Is that part of the moss? Or what? So really I'm trying to find out, is this two species in one clump? So there we go. That's what I'm going to try and find out. And I'm going to have to pull it apart. It's hard to tell. I mean, I imagine they are, but I just can't see how the fern, like, part of the plant, you know, I imagine the fern-like plant just happens to be there, and it's a fern-like moss. And then this other stuff here, which is a bit like, see, this stuff, kind of just here. Is what I imagine is going on there. But then you can see, look, little tiny, see that little tiny fern ones in the middle of it? Let's see if we can see that a bit clearer. See if we can turn this light on. Making a bit of a difference. Not really. Yeah, there's these like tiny little ferns in the middle of that. So it's hard to work out. If anybody knows, that would be kind of easier. Well, it's good to find out yourself, though, isn't it? You see that wee fern there? That wee bad boy. Good boy, whatever. And we've got these guys doing their thing. Now, one way to find out is to take these apart, grow this in one half of a container I prepared earlier, like in this half, and then the ones with the like splash cups in the other, and then we could see whether they, grow into two obviously different species. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. So I'm going to place what I understand to be obviously the fern stuff. I'll try and pull these antler boils out and put them. Now they're all male plants, I think. So let's have a collection here. There's a collection there. Doesn't, to my liking, seem to have. Oh, I'm going to say it doesn't have any fern plants, but then look right on the edge there. Right on the edge, just there. I think I see a little fern. No, maybe not. Maybe just imagining it. Okay, so we'll break all this up. Excuse my hands here. Wow, exciting. It's like an experiment. I could also cut these up with scissors, which is probably a good idea. There's a main one there. Now let's get the fern guy off it. Come on, Mr. Fern guy, get out of there. And then that guy there doesn't seem to have any fern attached, so he is safe to be commodulated here in this half. Okay, we're clearly on two halves there, so I know some cross-contamination can happen there, but not a massive amount, says the science expert. Sci-expert. And there's more of that stuff. That's the fern type. Part of the plant. There's still more here, you know. You see where it's mixed in? Just there. Again, magnifying glass. It's so closely mixed in. I love this. We actually love the look of this wee guy here. This wee guy here. Look at this. So cool. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Put it in here. And then see what happens. So I'll put this, leave this for a few weeks, see if it can propagate, and we'll not know for, you know, possibly months actually, as to whether or not we can tell the difference in the two. But hey, worth doing, bit of fun. Bye. So I actually decided to show you some microscopic views of this using this here microscope that I'll actually talk about a little bit later at the end of the video. It's very cheap, and this is the kind of footage you get from it, and that's not great. This is supposed to be video mode, and it's so laggy, but occasionally it zooms in and you get a decent photo. So there's one. There's some of the parts. I'll pause this here. So here we can see 4 main elements. So on the top left, there's that fern plant that I'm talking about. In the middle, you can see the little thin stalk with a little pod capsule on the top. And then the 2 or 3 plants to the right are the male part with that red center. And then in the middle, bottom, is a greener, I think, the female plant of the male. So we think these are the main parts to discover on our journey and our experiment. But those are close-ups, so that's pretty cool. So it's not too bad as a microscope. I mean, you get a bit of view, and so fiddly though. Here's another close-up of the male plant, the Antheridia, as it's known. Those are actually little sperm cells in the middle of it there, or at least that's where the sperm cells are released from, through the hairs. There's pod capsule. Woo! With its little teeth at the edge that open up whenever it's dry to let the spores all fly out all over the shop. And there's another shot, good shot actually, quite good shot of the so thin of the Antheridia, the male. There you go. So as you can probably see, then this thing here is, I mean, for $35, £30, whatever, it's okay. It's fiddly, very fiddly. Trying to change the magnification here while you're holding it over something, and this is a little stand for it, which is, you know, somewhat shaky. So when we put this on here, it's plastic. You're trying to adjust the magnification here, and this whole thing's kind of shaking about. It does have
Excuse me, I think I just inhaled some spores. There's a plus or minus, I think it's digital zoom, which is probably quite useless to be honest. There's an LED, so if I turn that on, you can see the LED light, which you can adjust for because you get a lot of glare sometimes. But at 50x, it's reasonable. You know, you can take okay shots like I showed you there. You get some decent close-ups. Resolution's okay. It's not bad. I mean, I use it for this sort of thing because I can't afford expensive gear. One day, my friends, I shall. But anyway, I use that for this, and if you are interested, you can get one.
By the way, as a little addendum, little appendiximo, I am actually going to put a little tool, which you can barely see. And actually, it's so hard to cut because you can actually barely see it. I'm going to put that over this, just more to stop some of the moss contaminating across the side. As I did this, I did discover some in such a tight clump together that I thought they were the same species. But then I think they're just growing up together, you know, and their little roots are sort of intertwined. So I'm going to put that tool down there, and then I'm going to weigh it down, and that will hopefully stop contamination because you know, it can't. Even when I'm spraying it, then it's not going to splash up and jump into the other one. So there you go. There's a little addendum appendiximo. Bye.